Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Miss Mess and this is my mess. Today we're going to be cleaning my kitchen. It's filthy. Greasy stove, goop all over my cabinets, a ton of dishes. So let's get started. I'm just pre-rinsing all the dishes, loading them into the dishwasher, and anything left over I'll wash by hand. Now there was something that was spilt that was greasy in the sink and it's really gross, and I really had to scrub on these dishes and give them a really good rinse before I dried them. For pots and pans, I really like to use Barkeeper's Friend. It really helps to get all the scorch marks and hard water marks off of it and makes the pot really nice and shiny. I'm just going to give everything a dry and put everything away and get as much off the counter as I can. Onto the stove. I'm going to remove everything off of there. I started off with the microwave, giving it a really good scrub with Clean Freak. And it wasn't too bad on the inside, but let me tell you, on top of it was just a layer of dust and grease. It was so nasty. Though I'm not sure how many people have to deal with this, I always find that when I'm wiping down my tile, there's dog hair on there, and it really takes a really good scrub and a very meticulous wipe down with a microfiber cloth to make sure all that's off. It's quite annoying, really. I really like the Clean Freak because it cuts through the grease that's on the stove. I had taken apart my stove just a few weeks ago and gave it a deep cleaning, so I really didn't feel like I had to remove all the burners and the knobs. The front of it, I gave a really good clean. I got in there and all the little nooks and crannies and cleaned everything, and it just turned out beautiful. So I just got this hand scrubber from Amazon and I absolutely love it. It has so many different applications. In this particular case, I'm scrubbing down the grates for the stove, and it just really makes quick work of it. Once I'm done washing these, I will rinse them and I'll stand them up in the sink so that they can just drip dry. Now for the hard part. I have to wipe down my cabinets, and it is definitely a chore. They're especially above the stove. I'm sure everybody gets this, but they get a little greasy and dusty, and that mixture is awful. So again, I use the Clean Freak. I scrubbed it down with a sponge and the little scrub hand tool, and then wipe them down really, really well with a microfiber cloth. And I kept switching out my microfiber cloth to make sure that it was clean and it didn't have any debris on it. So these cabinets are nice, but unfortunately there's a major flaw. At the bottom lip, everything gets stuck down in there, and it is a pain to clean out. I mean, a real pain. So if you scrub too hard, the paint will come off, but if you don't scrub enough, just goo just sits down in there, and it's really disgusting. So I ended up using the little hand scrubber. It did a pretty good job, especially on this particular cabinet. This is our garbage can cabinet. So it did a pretty good job. I like the way it turned out. And then once I was done scrubbing, I went over it again with a clean microfiber cloth, and they turned out really nice. So this cabinet below our sink, it had all kinds of stuff on there. I don't know if it was paint, what it was. I don't know what my kids are doing at 3 o'clock in the morning. I swear to God, they get up and they just start chucking stuff at the cabinets. It's like a Olympic sport for them. But anyway, I was able to get most everything off, and I gave them a wipe down. And then I wiped down the dishwasher, and thank goodness this is the last lower cabinet I have to wash. So I'm going to give the fridge a quick wipe down. There's always fingerprints on it, but what I love about this fridge is it's a fingerprintless one. No more wax on, wax off with a regular stainless steel. 5 hours later, you're still trying to buff everything out. It is so much easier to keep those clean. Now I'm just going to wipe all the tile and the countertops, give them a scrub, and then shift everything, do the next section, put some dishes away. Again, just working my way around the countertops. I also wanted to give my KitchenAid a really good scrubbing because, again, my kids like to bake stuff and they just stick flour in there and poof, the flour is everywhere. So that needed a good scrub down too, as well as the tile behind it. So I'm going to use my scrubber on the bottom rack. And that, oh my gosh, that made that so fast. It just took a second. And then I'll scrub everything else down with Barkeeper's Friend, including the faucet, behind the ledge behind the sink, my hand soap and my dish soap containers, and make sure that everything's nice and sparkly. This is the last bit of counter. I'm going to go ahead and give that a quick wipe down. I love this big bar. It's great when we have parties and things like that, and I really enjoy it. So the last step is to vac mop. I'm going to do that, and then I'm done. Oh, one more thing. I need to wipe down the wall and the molding right there. That's where we feed our dog, and she slobbers everywhere. But I finished that. The whole kitchen's done. I'm really proud of myself. Everything's sparkly and shiny. And now I can go and have an afternoon coffee and relax. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I just want to give a shout out. Thank you to all my new subscribers. It means so much to me that you guys are watching my videos. And please leave a comment. Do you like my videos? What would you like to see? Anything I could change? Or if you like it just the way it is. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.